Hi, my friends. So, how have you been doing in January with some of your plans that you want to do? I know a lot of us make resolutions or do certain things. In today's video, I'm going to talk about one thing that I think we all want to improve on, and that's our health. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. You know, I'm 73 now, and I just say it because if I can do it, I know you can do it too at any age. I have confidence in you. I want to thank all my dear sweet friends, all my wonderful subscribers that take the time to comment and watch my videos. I just really love every single one of you and appreciate it so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. You don't want to miss any of these monthly themes with tablescaping and decor and crafts and tiered trays and organization and all kinds of things. And if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. So, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical professional. All I'm doing is sharing today my health journey. And it's been a journey of many years, but I'd say the most significant has been the last 5 years. So I don't know. Let me give you a little bit of background on me. So I think a lot of you know that I was a type 2 diabetic. I was taking 2 to 3 blood pressure medicines. They were getting ready to put me on cholesterol medicine. My weight has gone everywhere from about 140, because I'm about 5'8", to 235. So I think I can speak at my health at different weights and how important that is. But I want to talk about a couple things. Now, what I'm talking about today are stages. If you are having or eating a really bad diet, you can't really go to what I'm doing overnight, which is 2 meals a day. I fast 18 hours a day, and I basically eat animal products, vegetables, and that's about it. Okay, so it's too much deprivation. Your body's not going to go with the flow. So I'm going to give you different stages that you can get into. This is a different video. I will be sharing some of the ways I got to where I am now, which is no more type 2 diabetes. I'm on one little teeny tiny blood pressure medicine, no cholesterol medicine. And like I say, I'm probably the only one out of all my friends I know at my age that are hardly taking any medicine, okay? But I'm the only one that's eating quite differently from what they're eating too. So I want to talk a minute about weight. Now, I know there's a big push right now for, love yourself however you are. And I truly believe that. I don't think we should be beating ourselves up all the time. And that comes from kind of the looks of maybe being overweight, but I'm talking about health today. And I have to tell you this. Now, maybe you're different and maybe you're younger. Maybe it happens when you get older. But I found there's a certain set point that most people have. If you gain weight above that, all of a sudden you're pre-diabetic. It's like your body can't take it and your blood pressure goes up and your heart rate goes up, different situations like that. And it seems to be in a certain set point or a certain weight for most people. For me, it was 200 pounds. So if I went over 200 pounds, or let's say 190 to 200, if I was in that category or higher, I had to take more blood pressure medicine. All of a sudden, my blood sugar was off. My A1C was off. So I know for myself that weight is more important than just how you look. It's your health. And especially getting up and over 70 years old, I can't believe I'm that old already. Your health becomes so important because we don't want to get a lot of diseases. We don't want to have diabetes. We don't want to have dialysis and all the vision problems and all the things that come with that. So if you're type 2, there is help. So I wanted to talk about weight very briefly because it's really important. And I think if you're having any issues like I was with that, if you look back, you're going to say there's a certain point where your body just went haywire. And when you go below that, there's a chance to restore, hopefully, a lot of things for you. So I wanted just to put that up. So I want to say, talk about diet, and I hate to say diet. I would rather refer to it as the way you eat. The way I eat is the way I eat. You might call it a diet, but it's how I eat the rest of my life. And I have a good incentive because I don't want to be a type 2 diabetic again. You know, I go to the post office, right next door is a dialysis center, and there's all the poor people going for dialysis. You know, that is hard, rough stuff. We have somebody in our family that's been going through that for years. It's really rough, and they're just overall in poor health. You can just see them, you know, they're dragging, they're in wheelchairs, they're on walkers, you can tell they're just barely hanging on. I don't want that. I want as much life and vitality and good health as I can. So I want to say something. Now, a lot of people will just say, well, eat less and exercise more. I want to tell you what I found for myself, the difference between diet and exercise. To me, diet was 80 to 90% of my success. Maybe exercise about 10 to 20%. I'm not saying not to exercise, but I'm saying what you eat is the most important thing. This is what your body's trying to live on. Some of the food we all know is not good for us, and it's making us unhealthy and sick. So I'll talk about exercise a little bit at the very end, but I would like you, if you're just starting your journey, please do like I did, and I do research. So on YouTube, there's 3 people I want you to watch. One is Dr. Berg, B-E-R-G, and he has researched all the scientific paper, all the science, and he has come up, he has 15,000 videos, but he links food and certain problems that we have. It could be eczema, it could be headaches, joint pain, all this stuff can kind of be related to some of the foods or a vitamin deficiency. Here's a case in point. I start having bad restless legs at night. You guys know what those are. They're horrible because it wakes you up in your sleep and you keep shaking your legs. It's horrible. However, I saw one of his videos and I said, oh, I might be low on B vitamins and magnesium. So now I take a magnesium pill and I put nutritional yeast, which is full of B vitamins, in my scrambled eggs every day. And I haven't had any problems with restless legs. So please watch Dr. Berg. He is also an expert on keto diet, the ketogenic diet. And let me tell you basically what that is. To make it real simple, it's good quality animal protein, and that could be meat and chicken, poultry, eggs, good quality cheese in limitations, I say, because a lot of people have a problem with cheese and they really don't know that. Low carb vegetables. So you eliminate the corn, the beans, potatoes, things like that, and try to eat good organic vegetables. Very little fruit, usually berries, you know, blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, things like that in season, and a little bit of nuts. And that's it. That's basically what a ketogenic diet is. Some people say no to the nuts. I don't eat nuts because I am a very addictive person and I want to eat the whole bag. That's been my problem, how I got to 235. I want to eat the whole thing, the whole box of cookies, the whole bag of chips, the whole thing of candy, everything, okay? And I love all that stuff. And I'll talk about that later, how to still have some of your treats even though you're getting healthy. So he's number 1, Dr. Berg, and I recommend starting, and he goes through the whole thing, how to start on the diet, what to look for. Don't go into intermittent fasting yet. That's what I do, and I'll tell you, it's in stages. You don't want to shock your body and have a bad result and go, oh no, that doesn't work. You want to go very slowly. But there's no way that that's bad for you. Good quality protein, organic vegetables, a little bit of fruit, the kind of fruit I said, and nuts is optional on there. But if you eat that, I guarantee you're going to feel better. You're going to just, you'll do so much better. Okay, the next one is Dr. Ken Berry. He's an MD, Berry. He is great. Now, he's more on the carnivore side, so I'm ketovore. I'm between keto and carnivore because I still eat organic greens and vegetables, but most of my diet is animal product. And the last one, if you want something simple, bottom line, one page of what you eat, it's Dr. Westman, Westman. He's another MD. And please do your research. My son went on the ketogenic diet years ago, probably about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And I took about a year to really study everything. And I ate pretty good. But I came to the conclusion that was the way to go. And I did all, you have to understand the diet and you have to understand food. Really important. The more you can eat that doesn't have an ingredient label on it, the better. So let's talk about what you kind of need to eliminate from your diet. And I mean, I don't think anybody would say this was wrong, is eliminate the sugar. Eliminate the sugar. And we're not just talking about food, we're talking about food and drink. Eliminate the sugar, okay? It takes about 2 weeks to really get that craving out of your system. I found if I really crave sugar, I'll eat a piece of bacon or something. And that salty, fatty, just, it takes care of it for me. The next thing I would really recommend is to start to eliminate your processed food. Salad dressings. Oh my gosh, you guys, salad dressings are not that good. They've got seed oil in them. They're not that good for you. Bragg's dressing, I think, is the only one. There's Chosen, there's Primal Kitchen you can eat. But here's the problem. A lot of people say, oh, I'm going to get healthy. I'm just going to eat salad. So they get all this lettuce and you might put chicken on it, but then it's croutons and chickpeas and tons of cheese and then gloppy dressing all over it. You might as well have a hamburger and French fries. That is not good for you at all. I make my own salad dressing. Do your studying, do your due diligence on YouTube and watch those people. I'm telling you, Dr. Berg's really good because he relates a lot of common ongoing conditions we have with either deficiencies or the food we're eating. So start to eliminate that. Then start to eliminate your carbs. And that would be bread, chips, pasta, rice, all of that, as much as you can. And now you're going towards a goal of a ketogenic diet. And then what I did, I went a little further and I knocked out a lot of the stuff I was eating. And alcohol is a no-no. There's nothing wrong with having it every once in a while, but I was having wine with dinner and that kept me from losing weight. So what do I do at my stage? Like I said, I'm 5 years into this, but I think if you can start being aware of food, start eliminating sugar, processed foods, and the carbs. If you can limit that as much as possible, in your food and in your drink, and you will be pretty much on your way to a ketogenic diet. And then you can always kind of go from there and maybe try a little fasting. Here's what I do. I have 2 meals a day. I have brunch at around 3 o'clock. But see, I eat a diet with fat in it. And that's another tip too, is to eat good fats, olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, avocados. Things like that are good for you because you need fat. A good example, my husband has all these cracked hands. He does not eat my diet. They're cracked and bleeding. I used to have that, but I eat enough fat and good butter and things like that where I have no cracking in my hands, even though it's winter and dry and all of that. So I would start your research first because it's very important to understand what foods have what carbs, which ones really trigger your glucose, your insulin to be put out, that type of thing. My A1C is 4.8 to 5.1. I've never heard of anybody having it that low. Anyway, 2 meals a day. I have brunch. I have eggs and some type of protein at around 3. And then at night, I have protein, organic greens, a little bit of cheese. Now, the last thing I want to say is you've got to figure out what is keeping you from staying on a healthy diet. Is it pizza? Is it bread? Is it chocolate? you can still have those things. Number one, if you want pizza and you still want hamburger buns and all of that, you can make them on a ketogenic diet or buy them, okay? So you can get these things now, so there's no excuse. But I would make that a once in a while treat. Every day I have some sugar-free chocolate, Lily's, and then I have a little bag of Quest chips. And if you want soda, I love Zevia sodas. I just think those are really good. Anyway, I just wanted to come on and just give you this little nudge in a direction. Please leave me a comment if you have any specific questions or want me to do another video on just ketogenic diet. I know I went over it very fast, but make it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated, okay? All right. I hope you love this. I hope you got inspired to become more healthy. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.